Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Yes, ding indeed, because it is time to kick off for another Your Music Live here on Studio Live today. This is our weekly live dose of independent music. We do it each and every week, and we do it thanks to these folks here, the wonderful Distro Kid. Yeah, if you're an independent artist, creator, you want to get your music out there to Spotify, to Apple Music, to Deezer, to Amazon, to Tidal, to all the places with just one easy process. DistroKid got you covered, and you can save yourself 7% off any DistroKid plan using the link above or down in the description. Let's crack in to our first track. I've got something that's going to wake you up and shake those bones. This is The Safety Word and their track Amnesia to kick us off here on Your Music Live. Safety word, amnesia there to get you out your seats and on your feet here, or at least dancing in your chair, one of the two, here on Your Music Live. Thank you again for joining us here. This is, again, our weekly dose of the best independent music going around, and we got a heap of it, more than 30 tracks to fill your ear holes with melodic, rhythmic, and harmonic goodness. Is that harmonic? Harmonial? Harmonal? Hormonal? No. Thank you again for being here. If you do have fun here today, don't forget thumbs up, guns up. You can check out all the links down in the description for how to submit a song and how to support our wonderful sponsors, DistroKid. Let's grab our next tune, shall we? This one comes to us from K-Win, and it's called The Cut After the First. They say is one of the songs written back in high school, illustrating the yearning for intimacy from someone who has deeply entwined with someone else. Yeah, right. To remain faithful to this bittersweet memory, strings were emphasized in the instrumental choice, hence mandolin and banjo were added, along with the signature pop rock aesthetic. Now, 17 years after it is finally out, anyone else got any songs that you wrote 17 years ago and you finally actually get out the door? Yeah, it's a good feeling once you actually get there, isn't it? Let's give this one a spin. This is K-Win and The Cut After the First, here on Your Music Live.
I was a teenage love fool when I declared my love to you. You were with him, and then after a week or two, you came to me with tears and you want to be with me.
Good stuff there. Some powerful pop music and yeah, really cool video as well. Really well put together and one that you'll want to come back and watch the whole thing of because yeah, guess what? We don't play the whole songs here. That's how we get more than 30 songs in 2 hours. We cut you off just when you're in your prime. We cut you down. No, not really. We play a minute to 2 minutes of each song so that you can get a feel for it. And then at the end of the show, what you do see is you go into the description and they're all there for you. I document, as we go through, I document each and every one so that there is all the information that you need. You don't have to do any digging. You don't have to be jumping around and it's all right there for you. Hello, Lush Vegas. G'day, Charlie. Hope you're doing well. Yes, exactly. Lovely wistful verse and strong chorus. And I love that. The cut after the first is deeper. I like the concept. Yeah, because the first cut is just like, oh no, it's unrequited love. And then the second time around, you're just like, but it really is. And then it hits you, doesn't it? That's right. Very welcome. Thank you for being part of the community and for joining us here on Your Music Live. We're going to kick on with one of my favourite artist names, which is Higgs Boson and The Strange Charm. You folks and your awesome artist names really do inspire and make me smile. So Higgs Boson and The Strange Charm have a track. They say, hi Pete, sorry I lost your link, but I found it again. Here's one called Crossing the Rubicon. Yeah, after a particularly powerful and explosive relationship disintegrated and we lost touch, I wrote this song to try and find her again. The Rubicon is a metaphor for the destruction in between, so I'll meet her on the other side. Probably won't be making any sense at the time. Hope you like it. Thanks, Chris. Things don't have to make sense, do they? Sense is highly overrated. As long as it's interesting and able to be interpreted in any way you like. That's the way music should be, isn't it? I think so. So let's give a listen to this one. Higgs Boson and their track, Crossing the Rubicon, here on Your Music Live.
I found the things you thought you left behind. I couldn't reach you, so I wrote it in a song. I'll meet you on the other side of the Rubicon.
We've had some awesome songs, but some even better videos there. Yeah, there was a little bit of a guitar solo, wasn't there? It's pretty epic. I like it. Yeah, great video, great production, and yeah, great songwriting too. Like a lot of meaning in these first few songs, isn't there? Yeah, I'm sure we'll get to some just fun, pumping, popping, rocking tunes later, but it's nice to have something that's just yeah. Just really hits you in the feels, doesn't it? Yeah, we've had a few of those already. Hello, Semtex Cow. Hope you're doing well. G'day, Russ8889. Hope you're all doing exceptionally well here, whether it is a Monday morning for you, like it is for me, or whether it is a Sunday afternoon or evening and you're just kicking back and relaxing with a few tunes here. whatever you are doing, I hope you're doing well. Thank you again to DistroKid, who have been supporting us for a very long time. I'll talk a little bit more about DistroKid in a couple of songs time, because they have some great features that I'd like to talk about, one in particular here today, to hopefully whet your appetite if you are looking to release your music and you're an independent artist, like our next artist, which is Howard Sklar, has a track called Sing Loud. They say the song was written in early 2020 at the beginning of the C word, and the lyrics reflect the atmosphere of isolation at the time and a passionate cry of resistance, that feeling. The song was recorded in Helsinki, Finland on GarageBand, with Carolina Wendelin on piano and backing vocals, Essa Navala on bass, and me, Howard Sklar, on acoustic guitar and lead vocals. It's a cracking tune, and we're going to play it for you right now. It's called Sing Loud here on Your Music Live.
Sing loud till your voice is heard. Sing loud to the crowd. Sing loud while your mind is clear. Sing loud so they'll know your path is blocked by a wall of hate. Your hunger burns, nowhere to run. You stretch your hand toward the closing gate. With your last breath, you sing loud. Sing loud till your voice is heard. Sing loud to the crowd. Sing loud while your mind is clear. Sing loud so they'll know you walk alone. Your family now is gone, far from your home. As darkness spreads throughout the land, the streets completely bare. Is there no one to sing loud?
Very nice, peaceful song there, and it is great songwriting indeed. I think most of us had at least one, if not a couple of pandemic lockdown style songs, and if it did nothing else, and it kind of did do nothing else for people in general, it did definitely spark some musical creativity, the old C word. So yeah, that was a cool one. I love it too. Very good stuff. Great lyrics, nice vocals, well produced, and good all round. Hello, Princess LDG. Don't know why I said it like that. Let's grab another track here, and then we will indeed talk about DistroKid. Don't forget, we've got our Play My Fire beat coming up. So if you are watching or listening and you don't have a song on the playlist, you don't have to fret, because you've got the opportunity to win yourself onto the show right here, right now, today with our Play My Fire beat. But before that, let's grab this track from Nova Cascade. This one's called The Noble Line, and they say, written in tribute to our bandmate Eric, who truly was a lion. Taken from the album The Navigator, due in September this year. So let's jump in here and give this one a spin, shall we? This is Nova Cascade and The Noble Line, Your Music Live. Nova Cascade. Always quality, always awesome stuff there from Nova Cascade, and looking forward to that album. September, that's too far away. Bring it forward. Release it now. No, not really. Anticipation is a good thing as well. Yeah, excellent stuff there. And Colin Powell apparently doing some guitar work on that one with Nova Cascade, which is very cool. Yeah, very relaxing, very chilled kind of vibes on that one, right? Yeah, good stuff. Hello, Dr. Zorders, or should I say Dr. Zorders. I hope you're doing well. Yes, very mellow tunage going on there. Alrighty, let's jump on over. The next track that we're going to play is actually from Adam Korn, and it is on a platform called slaps.com. In fact, I just need to sign in, because if you're a DistroKid member, you can sign in using your DistroKid account here to slaps.com, and then you can start sharing music, you can start playing music, you can start doing all the things for free. Yeah, 100% free to use slaps.com. Great sharing platform. It's like SoundCloud before SoundCloud added all the extra stuff that doesn't really matter. So it's an easy, simple way to share your music, as you'll see when we play this song up next. But I did want to talk a little bit about DistroKid, who are our wonderful sponsors, have been for some time now. And one of the cool features with DistroKid is that if you're an artist releasing your music and you are producing music, so that last track's a great example. Nova Cascade produced that song. Colin Powell played guitar. What if Nova Cascade wanted to release that with DistroKid and they wanted to give Colin some of the proceeds, some of the royalties going his way? Well, it's really simple to do with the splits option here in DistroKid. So to set up splits in DistroKid, all you need to do is come in here and find a release. So we'll come on down here. I'll grab my song Grown and we'll hit next here. And I've already got some splits set up here. But what if I thought, actually, I wanted to add another collaborator? Well, it's as simple as hitting the Add Collaborator button. If they're already a DistroKid member, you just set them up straight away. If they're not, it'll give them a discount to be able to join DistroKid, which is very cool. But let's say that I thought Jade did such a good job on this, I'm going to change her percentage there to 30. It's as easy as doing that. And if I hit the changes here and we save this one in, it'll just ask for my password, which I'll do off screen. Then that's going to go in, and that's going to send that through to Jay. Let me just put the password in there and confirm that one so that I don't have other people. There you go. It's as simple as that. Splits saved, all done ski. So that sends it off to Jade, and as long as she accepts, then it gets updated. So if you've got people you're working with, that you're collaborating with, that you've got co-writers on songs, you've got someone playing drums or guitar or doing some backing vocals, you can give them anything from 1% to 99 or technically 100% of the proceeds of anything that's paid, any of the royalties that come in from Spotify, Apple Music, Tidal, Deezer, Amazon, all the places that you can get your music out there with DistroKid. So we thank DistroKid for their ongoing support of Your Music Live and for giving us this free platform so that we can play this track from Mr. Adam Korn, who says, a song about all the times in my life I've had a gun pulled on me, and how the US media and politicians simply offer the empty and meaningless common cliche of thoughts and prayers. Whenever a mass shooting happens in the US, which is pretty much every day now, musically I'm channeling Fugazi a little. Very cool. Maybe a little Dead Kennedys and Fear in the vocals. Nice. Streaming on all platforms on the 18th of May, which is in just a few days' time. But for now, you, like me, can check this one out over here on slaps.com. So let's give this one a spin. Adam Korn and Common Cliche on Your Music Live.
Shotgun, where they come from? Hold on, just hold on. Cops want me like a possum, frozen, no motion, laughing all hate alike. Activates my fight or flight. Brenda Folders, fuck a mic. End my life tonight, alright. Stoplight, wait to turn right. Hold on, just hold on. Move gun, or catch one. To some punk with a 6-gun, and he's laughing all hate alike. Activates my fight or flight. A friend of foe, this fucker might end my life tonight. put your prayers and thoughts away. You're calling cliche. Dorm room, suddenly, boom! Hey clown, put the piece down.
Very cool stuff there from Adam Korn. Yeah, vibes like the Skids. Yeah, very. I don't know. I like. I think very Fugazi, Dead Kennedys, as Adam himself said. Yeah, very very cool tune. Very nicely done there, and obviously a tough topic. I got my opinions on it, and I won't go into detail. You probably know if you've been around the show or the channel for any length of time, you know what I'm thinking and you know how I feel about this sort of stuff. I will tell you one funny little story there, and that is that when we were in the US recently, we went and we were playing mini golf of all things, and we were playing this mini golf place in Vegas, and the guy's like, "Oh, you're from Australia. How do you deal with all those dangerous animals you got over there?" And my wife, quick as a whip, says, "How do you deal with all those dangerous guns you have over here?" And he just sort of paused for a beat and he was like, "Touche." You know what the animals don't do? They don't come after you. If you don't go into their areas, they don't come after you. And yeah, there's no random. You're not going to walk down the street here in Australia and have a crocodile attack you just quietly, as much as some folks may think so. I did want to also say on slaps.com over here, we can also leave messages. So look at this. I can just say this was killer. Pun intended. Just spun it on YML. And there you go. So you can leave comments on people's songs. As you saw there, you can throw fire on their songs. You can save them. And sharing is as simple as just clicking a button there and doing that. Which is what Mr. Michael, a.k.a. Zealand Band, has done. Because let's go with a slap back-to-back. No, this one's not on Slaps. Okay, I thought this was on Slaps, but it's on YouTube. That's okay. We're going to play this one. It is Michael, a.k.a. Zealand Band, who says, wait for it. This video was shot on location in Tierra del Fuego, Argentina, a month ago. Michael, you are everywhere, man. I love it. This is Wait For It here on Your Music Live. Stuff there, as always, from Michael, a.k.a. the Zealand Band. And yeah, I know nothing of Argentina except that they play football and Maradona was from there, and that's about it. I must say, Michael, whenever you have like video night or, you know, what used to be like slides, people would come over and like, "Oh, check out the slideshow of my latest holiday." And people would be like, "Oh, groan." But with Michael, he's got this great footage and then he creates this awesome music to go along with it. So it would always be fun for Michael's family and friends to see what's going on his holidays. Yeah, absolutely. Good sounds and lovely bit of footage there from Michael. Thank you for sharing that one. Speaking of sharing, we're going to play one more song and then we are going to do our Play My Fire beat for this week. So get those fingers ready. I'll give you the code word after this one. This one comes from Pictured Within, and they say Changes was recorded in a home studio using Cubase 12. The song is about letting changes in, letting go of the old, and embracing what's to come. Wise words indeed. Let's give it a spin here on YML. Changes, Pictured Within.
Find I had a dream where I was being pulled into a stream. I couldn't see the strings that held me down, but I was pretty sure that I would drown. I was alone, suddenly running alongside the shore, but in the distance a ship that slowly was hauling its flag. That's where I'm heading for. Changes. At the crossroads weak and frail, but in my bones I know I'm not afraid. I'm going for the paths that's in my mind, and I don't have to follow any sign.
Pictured Within, Changes, really good stuff. I like it. It's got kind of an 80s vibe. Really good video, by the way, just quietly. A great video there with the lyrics and the glitch effects on that one. Really cool stuff. And just all round good songwriting there. I love the change. I love that backing vocal jumping in there. I don't know, it reminds me of maybe Ice House, Australian band from the 80s. Really good stuff there. Yeah, applause all around. Hello, Michael. Hello, Thomas Gillane. I hope you are doing well. I think of folks like Thomas Gillane because we've made this show a bit earlier for a while to see if it's going to help out our friends over in the UK and Europe. So good to have you along, Thomas, because I know it's late for you there, mate. So thank you for joining us. And yes, great video there. All right, let's jump on in here. And we are going to do our Play My Fire beat. So if you have a song on the show, or if you don't have a song on the show, all you need to do to join in the fun here is enter this code word in the chat that I'm about to give you. And let's, for relevance, for current logical relevance reasons, let's make it hashtag Logic, because Logic Pro is coming to iPad. Yeah, it's all anyone in the mobile music creating community has been talking about for the last last week since it's been announced. So if you want to have a chance to have a song played on the show today, hashtag Logic in the chat, and then we'll pick one of you at random. And it could be Michael, it could be D. Sharon, it could be one of you. So I'll give you another song or two to get your code words in there, hashtag Logic, and you could get your song played on the show right here, right now, today. All right, let's grab our next tune. This one comes to us from Svarten, and it's This Particular Feeling. And about this one, they say it was recorded during the not the best time in my life. I decided to make a song about my anger. Yeah, music can definitely be a great thing to release the Kraken, to release the anger, and it sounds like that's what Svarten has done. Look at that artwork. You know what's coming, don't you? Just looking at that. Let's give it a spin. Svarten on Your Music Live. get the anger out. Spartan there on your music live. Yeah, what a rockin' tune. Hey, one of these days I'm gonna make some album art that looks like that, and then it's just gonna be me on an acoustic guitar or like a ukulele. Ding 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 ding. I like birds. They got to go tweet. Yeah, no. Maybe. Very cool tune. Yeah, very, very hard. Loved the, it was like the drums, like when the double kick drums, they kicking so hard that you're like, I can't actually even, I'm not sure that there's bass there. And then you hear it sort of just sneaking through and I'm like, oh, okay, there it is. Nice one. Yes, that definitely did slay and definitely got some anger out there. Speaking of slaying, if you've got a song that slays, you've got about 5 seconds to put hashtag logic in the chat and be like the folks who have already entered this week's Play My Fire beat. Don't worry, we'll do a second one in the second half. But for now, look, do we have it still here? Well, we do. Let's bring this up and let's spin the wheel. Who's gonna win? A free play on your music line. It's gonna be. That was perfect timing. That was brilliant because it just like went chook. And then the winner, bang, and it was Michael Thompson. Congratulations, Michael Thompson. And that's actually good news because I think didn't Michael win last week or 2 weeks ago? And we had a double hit of Michael. But we don't have any Michael Thompson on the show this week. But now we do. And that's how things work. I love it. Love the serendipity of just spinning the wheel and seeing what happens. So, Michael, you know the drill, my friend. Just in plain text right here in the chat, let us know your artist name, the platform, and the name of the song you'd like us to play. And we shall spin it in just a jiffy. While we wait on Michael, let's grab this one from Soul72. They say, hi, Pete. I've released a new Soul72 album of instrumentals called Rock. Hey, if it's rock, call it rock. Via DistroKid, you rock. Inspired by my favourite 1970s rock bands. Hope you're well and like the tune. Very cool stuff there. So this is a track called The Great Silence, but it is not silent. It is actually a great track, and we're going to give it a great spin here on the great show that is Your Music Live. That definitely delivers on what it promises, doesn't it? Some nice 70s rock stylings there from Soul72. Digging it. Thank you for sharing that one. Remember, sharing is caring. And if you'd like to share the show, there's a share link below. You can also hit the thumbs up button down there. You can leave a comment. You can check out all the artists that we play on the show. And you can submit a song for a future show. All that. And you can check out DistroKid. Yeah, they're there as well. If you're not already releasing your music like Soul72 is, get onto it. Really, is one subscription. One subscription for the whole year. And you can release an unlimited number of songs, EPs, and albums. All right, Michael Thompson, winner of our Play My Fire beat, has selected his track. He's gone with something called Jesus Drives a Dump Truck, which sounds fascinating, and we're going to give it a spin here live. Michael Thompson, Jesus Drives a Pickup Truck. Your Music Live.
Drives
Even managed to sneak in a little guitar solo there. Really good stuff. Yeah, Jesus drives a pickup truck, not a dump truck. Did I say dump truck the first time? Something like that. Really cool stuff there from Michael Thompson. And that's, again, the cool thing about this show and we do the Play My Fire beat. The reason we do it is you never know what you're going to get. You're going to get some randomness. And randomness is what is the variety and the spice of life that we need. Well, I think we do. That's my view on things. Alrighty, let's continue on. We've got a few more songs to play before the midpoint, before our toilet break in just about 20 minutes time. So we're gonna soldier on and play this track. This is Glitching Pear and Enough. Featuring Sergey Yaro and Joe Mama, and they say this entire project was made in GarageBand iOS for free. 2 months of hard work and collaboration resulted in this massive dubstep tune. The vocals are from Looper Man. Yeah, I think you're gonna really dig this one if you like your beats hard. I think this one will really be up your alley. So let's give this one a spin, shall we? Here on Your Music Live.
How it is to be the one who fights against the destiny, and sometimes even wins. But if it gives you anything, oh, the time flies by and you just win.
Really good stuff, yeah, and you're just simply going to have to check out the full track after the show because, yeah, it's only halfway through there, and it just takes a lot of twists and turns, and it just goes to show you that even though all of us are waiting, well, many of us are waiting for Logic, so we can use Logic Pro on our iPads just because it's going to be fun. That GarageBand, you could just create something like that in GarageBand, so you can still use free software, people. I know that the people in my comments that are telling me that I'll never pay for a subscription and Apple are ripping you off. I'm like, Apple are a business. They're trying to make money and profit, and shareholders are going to... Anyway, I won't get into it. I won't get into the fact that we live in a capitalist society, whether we like it or not. That's the way things roll. Although around here, you don't have to worry about that sort of stuff. He says as he points to the sponsor of the show, DistroKid. No, thank you. There are no ads on this show, so you will be happy to know that. So for people that hate subscriptions and also hate ads and hate anyone, making a living and feeding their family and keeping their lights on by doing their work, yeah, you'll be thankful that DistroKid are supporting this show, so you don't have to watch any ads during it. Anyway, let's move on. Let's play this one from Mark Sundaram, aka Rockin' Pneumonia, who says, "Can't See No Blues." It's a blues song written during lockdown about Odysseus and the toxic behaviour surrounding the pandemic. Recorded in GarageBand on my iPad, another GarageBand iOS track, and the cover art was produced with DistroPic. And I've decided that this will be the year I properly release my music through DistroKid, starting with this one. And I promise I didn't read that description out deliberately right now because I was just talking about DistroKid. But just goes to show, a lot of folks love DistroKid and love releasing their music. And look at this album art. That's pretty darn cool, right? I like it. So this is Can't See No Blues. This is Mark Sandraham on Your Music Live.
Can't see no blue, can only see my wine. I'm trying to stay true, but always with a set of mine. Oh, this wide, dark ocean has really kept me from you all this time. Can't see no blue, these nights were not for me. Do I really love you? Past my nose, I cannot see. All these lies you've been telling, they're nothing but a conspiracy. Can't see no blue, you know I only wanna be free. I won't be told what to do, all this wine dark sea. I wanna get back with all my loved ones, but there's something really odd at sea. You know they call me God, now I let it get you in my head. But when I feel so bad, I don't care if I end up dead. So the question of black or white, and don't forget that's what I said.
Mark Sunderham with some blues. Should we have a little blues solo here? Okay. You twisted my arm. Yeah. All right. I mean, there's a reason that the 12-bar blues is the quintessential blues progression because, yeah, it sounds like that. It sounds awesome. I know, blues solo, no nonsense, old school blues. It's been a bit of the old school rock kind of show today, hasn't it? Yeah, we've had some more nostalgic kind of sounds in the show so far, which I never mind. You know what? We're all getting on a little bit. We're all a bit more experienced than perhaps we once were. So yeah, hearing a little bit of old school stuff, absolutely fine in my book. Anyway. Good stuff. Well done there. Speaking of old people, someone who's very young and ridiculously talented is a bloke by the name of Thomas Gillane. And he is an amazing composer, amazing piano player, and amazing overall artist, and really nice guy. So, you know, he's got the full package. Thomas Gillane has a track. He says, I waited for piano tech to arrive to record this piece. Laissez-faire is a French term meaning to let things run its course without intervention. Yeah, sometimes you just got to let things go, don't you? And let them do their thing without trying to stop it, change it, twist it, do anything to it. Let's give it a spin, shall we? Thomas Gillane and Laissez-faire on Your Music Live. Just the choices of progression there of the chords that Thomas plays there, and the dynamics. I know I'm a broken record on this stuff, but some dynamics, some basic loud and soft parts just make something like that. Building and then falling and then building and then falling is awesome. Yes, so freaking talented is exactly how I also would describe Mr. Thomas Gillane. And keep on creating, my friend, because he's made some of the best tunes in the last couple of years have come out of Thomas. Yes, I forget the name of the song, but the one about the waltz and the dancing one, next level stuff there. Really cool. All right, we're going to continue on here. We've got a few more songs to play before the halfway mark. This one comes to us from Tom Massey. It says, written 35 years ago as a teenager. There you go, another one. Finally recorded in GarageBand. It's about feeling inadequate, misunderstood, e.g. typical teenager stuff. Yeah, I hear you. And look at this. We've got a DistroKid Hyperfollow link, which is a great way to share your music, because someone like me can go, I would like to play this in YouTube. But you can see there, you can play it on any of the other platforms, and it's a great way to send someone a song, because they then get to choose where they spin it. Let's give this one a spin. Speaking of spinning, this is The Wall of Isolation here on Your Music Live.
My mind is filled with madness, my heart with ice and stone. Don't you tell me that the Lord is with me? Can't you see I walk alone? Headed for damnation, stab upon the brain. Take a look into my eyes and see me go insane. Here within the wall of isolation, I seek the only light for me. Trapped within these walls, I seek the reason. The growing flame no other man can see.
Again, old school rock with great dynamics, like the difference there, like between the loud and the soft, but also the tone, the guitar tone, the clean, twangy tone in the verses, kicking in with that distorish. It's like distortion in the chorus is called distorish. I just made that up. That's how I know. Really good stuff, though, there from Tom Massey. I'm so sorry for the pronunciation. You need to do like Keith DeBoudou and just put your phonetic pronunciation in for old man Johns to be able to read it out. But great stuff there. Really enjoyed that. And if you're enjoying this, at the end of the show, all of the songs get put down in the description. So if you're frantically taking notes and going, who was that? Johns didn't pronounce the name right. Don't stress. All you need to do is jump down into the description and you'll be good to go, because I put all the links down there, including this next one from another band whose name I like, which is Sunsets and Cigarettes. They say, I made this song on GarageBand in my mum's basement, and it's an 80s sob rock tune with a great alternate chorus at the end. Well, are we going to get to the end? That's the only problem here, because it's 2 minutes 50, so we may not hear the end. But in fact, you know what? Let's do what we sometimes do here, and let's cue this one up in the middle. And I'm sure our friends at Sunsets and Cigarettes won't mind. Let's play this one. It's called Say It to My Face on Your Music Live.
So I wanted to change, but I'm fogged in my mind with these thoughts that I just can't explain. But do I have it coming for me? My words lost at sea. Truth beneath your lies, I'll miss you 100 times.
Very nice. Yeah, I like that we got to play the end of that one, actually. Cool stuff there from Sunsets and Cigarettes called Say It to My Face. Thank you for sharing that one, and thanks for hanging out here and talking to my face, or at least letting my face talk to you here today. And happy Mother's Day. I do forget. Main reason that the Father's Day is on different days in Australia and the US, but Mother's Day is the same day. Yet it was yesterday here. So shout out to all the mothers for yesterday or today or whatever day it is. Or you know what, if you're a father or a daughter or an uncle or that weird auntie that's always into the QAnon stuff. Either way, I hope you're having a good day. It was lovely, wasn't it? I agree. All right, a couple more tunes to go, and then we're going to hit the halfway point, and then it's all downhill from there. No, it's not. It's all awesome in the second half as well. If you thought the first half was good, you should hang out for the second half, because it's going to be just as good. Here's a great collaboration. This is from Dragon Lady Music Experience, and they say, "Hi Pete, this track was an experimental instrumental that I did as the Drag Gurus, which I wasn't able to turn into a song. Dragon Lady Music Experience had added a great vocal melody line, and her fantastic vocals has transformed it into a song that I really like, and I hope you do too." So I love it when a couple of names that we know here on the channel, on the community, Dragon Lady Music Experience and the Drag Gurus, come together and they form something like this. So take a listen here on Your Music Live. Yeah, it's unanimous. I was about to say it's anonymous. It's unanimous. Everyone loves that and thinks it's kind of Björk-like. Yeah, undeniably Björk interfences, influences. What did Doctor say before? Peach pished. That would be really sad because it's 5:30. Well, it's 6:00, 6:30 in the morning now. So if I'm pished, it's hopefully from the night before. I didn't wake up for a few eye openers before the show. I promise, it's just water. There's no vodka in the mug. Alrighty, one more tune, and then we are going to take a toilet break, as we do, as is customary in the midpoint of each and every show. And before that, though, we're going to play this one here from JS3 Music, who say, strictly using iOS instruments and adapters, Shure MV51, for guitar and mics recorded directly into an iPhone 14 iOS. Lyrically, it's a dream I had atop dark cliffs at night, chasing after my love frantically. A bit Edgar Allan Poe meets the 80s. Hope you like it. All instruments iOS except some guitar and, obviously, vocals. Right, let's give this one a spin. JS3 Music and their track, New Oblivion.
Play it louder.
blanket flowing over her face, and she falls, never crying out and vanished to the sea. But breathes, and feel her crying eyes calling to me. Satin trim on her dress as she spins around and round into oblivion. Reach out to me, and I will fly to the sea. Her name on my lips till my last dying day.
Very cool stuff there. Yeah, and I like it. JS3 Music and New Oblivion. I love that when you put a song together based on a dream. That's always cool, isn't it? Yeah. You can imagine that being played live, even though it's using all the iOS instruments, all the GarageBand instruments there. Very cool stuff. Indeed, they're rocking our way out into the end of the first half. Blow the whistle, sound the horn, get the Zamboni out there, because we need to take ourselves a toilet break. And just as we did last week, the toilet break this week will be from our friend Russ8889. However, we've got a bit of a double toilet break here. I'll explain as we go through. So last week, Russ and Vero shared their track, their brand new song, and they also said, look, in the description, you can download the stems. And many folks have already done that, including our mate Colin Powell. So Russ says, hello Pete. So last week you played the track me and Vero made as a remix challenge. I have a few people make remixes already. This was the first one we got back by a multitude of one, Colin Powell. I think this shows that you can take the drum and bass track with a little imagination, turn it into something completely different. So with the stems provided, Colin was able to make this beautiful track. Yeah, it is awesome when you get a track and then someone remixes it and becomes something completely different. We've seen that happen with, was it Veltenkinder who did the remix? No, who was it? It was Alex Backus, sorry, who did the Veltenkinder does lots of remixes too. But Alex Backus remixing the Lily Pillies. Yeah, we've seen it so many times where the remix, as people have done it to my songs, sometimes they remix them and they're better than the original, which is both a little bit insulting to one's ego, but also super duper cool. Anyway, this one is Blindsided, a multitude of one remix, our toilet break on your Music Live.
Blindsided by a twist of fate.
How good is that? Remixed to perfection there from Colin Powell. And yeah, it does go to show you that you can take something and mold it into something completely different. And if you miss the original tune, which, I probably should have played that before you play that to hear the remix, but you just need to go back and check out last week's show because we played the original version then. But wait, there's more, because we've got another one here. We've got another remix. So just when you thought it was safe, I thought I would play this one straight afterwards, just so that you can hear the amazingness and the awesome contrast here. And it is the aforementioned Weltenkinder, who has also done a remix of this tune. And I thought we would play that one right here, right now. As long as I can cue it up. There we go. We've got it there. So let's jump in and play this to get us, because this is sort of the under the covers. It's the under the remixes section. That doesn't make any sense. Let's give this one a spin, shall we? Blindsided again. This time, the Weltenkinder remix. Isn't it amazing? Yeah, how everything you can take something and make something else out of it. It's why I get so annoyed and frustrated with the folks worrying so much about copyright and content ID and forbidding people from utilizing their music. You can take something cool and then make a different version of cool. It's like when people say, "Oh, you and all the YouTubers must really dislike each other. You're all in competition with each other." I'm like, I mean, technically, yes, but I don't know. I like the idea that we can collaborate and that, that a high tide raises all ships. And there's room for everyone because everyone does things a little bit differently. So that's, again, a great project there from Russ, 8889 and Vero. Thank you for setting it all up. And thank you, folks, for sharing your awesome tunes. Very good stuff indeed. Let's jump in and grab some cover songs, shall we? We've got quite a few cover songs this week. We're going to start with Marco Solis, who says, "So me being a big Paul McCartney fan decided to make a cover of one of his many songs I like for my first album and decided to record myself singing this song." So this one is Marco Solis, and he's covering this one here from Paul McCartney, "So Bad," here on Your Music Live.
2, 3, 4.
Girl, I love you so bad.
lot of post-Beatles tunes, didn't he? Yeah, there's like the classic ones a lot of folks know about, and the stuff he did with Wings, and yeah, he's got a massive catalogue of work past the Beatles and into the 70s and 80s and even 90s. Good stuff there. Thank you for sharing that one. Nice vocal harmonies there, and some nice head voice action. There you go. All right. Yes, that guy Paul could write a melody. Absolutely. Yeah, good stuff there from Marco Solis, and covering a little bit of Paul. I was going to say Paul Simon. No, the wrong one. Paul McCartney. My mouse cursor's having conniptions here. We got it back. We're good, I think. There we go. All right, let's grab our next tune. You know how sometimes your mouse, you just never find your mouse pointer? For some reason, you keep shifting it, and it's going far one way and then far the other way. Or is that just me? I don't know. Next up, we got Cookie, and he is covering this tune, Golden Leaves from Passenger, and he simply says, love this song, had to give it a go. Let's give it a spin on Your Music Live.
Do you remember how this first begun? Her teeth were white, her skin was young, her eyes as bright as the Spanish sun. We had nothing we could hide. Now, my dear, we are two golden leaves. We're clinging desperately to winter trees. Got up here like a pair of thieves, while the sirens blare outside. What's left to say when every word's been spoken? What's left to see when our eyes won't open? What's left to do when we've lost all hope, and it's left to break when our hearts are broken sometimes. Do you remember how this started out?
Very good stuff there from Cookie. Simple guitar and vocal, but done well. Sometimes the simple things in life are often the best. And I love seeing that from Cookie, because he's someone that got in touch recently, clearly working on the production of his sound, and is playing and is singing, and it's all coming together really well. So good stuff there from Cookie. And that one there, Golden Leaves on Your Music Live. All right, next up, we've got something a bit special, because this is one of my favourite cover performing artists singing and performing one of my favourite songs from one of my favourite bands. And they happen to be Australian. Well, sort of. Australia/New Zealander. Anyway, it is our old mate Jonathan Linton. And this week he's covering the Crowded House classic, Weather With You, here on Your Music Live.
Walking down the road, singing stormy weather.
weather with you. Yes, oh, sorry, I was getting into that one. I love it. Yeah, someone mentioned he's hitting those Finn vocals there. Yeah, Crowded House had some amazing arrangements, great chord progressions, and really good vocal harmonies. Like they have a melody, but they've always just got some really good harmonies in that, which is why they're hard to play without a backing track like Jonathan's doing there. Very good stuff. Yeah, exactly. Great Aussie / Kiwi version. A very polished version, as opposed to our next track, which is a very Polish version. Oh, I'm so sorry, but I had to do it because we've got Matt Prakowski coming up next, and Matt's got a cover. In fact, he says it's a cover song from a classic Polish TV series from the 90s. It's sadly quite forgotten, but I'm sure it's present deep inside every Polish kid born in the 80s and 90s. I hope you like it as well. Well, I do. I like bass. I love fretless bass, and I like Matt Prakowski because he's a really cool dude. So you put all those things together, and you get this. This is Sagala, Chabanika Sagali, a bass cover from Mr. Matt Prakowski on Your Music Live. Everything about that. I love the ethereal backing track. I love the bass tone there. I love the iPad sitting there on the desk there. You can see it open to the microphone screen there, recording in there or playing along. Very, very cool stuff. Guitars on the wall. The whole kit and caboodle there from Matt Prakowski. So thank you for sharing that one. That, along with all the other stuff that we play here today, is going to be linked down in the description. So if you missed anything here, if you missed out on who it was and where it was and what it was, you don't have to worry. All you need to do is jump down the description after the show. And if you're watching on the replay, I give you my love. Don't worry. We have love for our replay crew, because I know not everyone can make it along, especially, it's Mother's Day. You're probably out watering your mother. No, wait. Giving your mother a drink. No. What? Why do I think mothers are gardens? I don't know. I don't get it. Well done, anyway. We're getting off track here. We must be coming towards the homeward stretch. In fact, we've got 10 songs to go. We've got another Play My Fire beat, so I guess that's 11 songs to go to bring us on home. And man, are they some corkers. And we're going to kick off with someone who you may know and probably love, and that's Tremor Bear. He says the title of this song is about that we spend so much time at work, we really don't have the time and energy to do anything else. Monday through Friday, 8 to 5, leaves a person burnt out at the end of the week. If you're able to play the whole song towards the end, you'll see the US Navy's aerobatic F-18s. There was an air show here in March. Thank you, Pete, for having a place for everyone to share their music, stories, and creative work. Well, you are welcome, Tremor Bear. And because it's already started playing in the background here, we'll play it through to the end just so that we can see that. So let's turn the volume up on this one. Tremor Bear, I Wish I Had More Time. a bear. That's very cool. Yeah, I like it. I like seeing the Arizona suburbs too. There, that's exactly as I would have pictured it. Lots of rocks. Yeah, I can't imagine there's a lot of water going around. If it's anything like Las Vegas and Nevada, yeah, when you're in the desert, a lot of not the old suburban green grass that we saw in American movies growing up. That's in California. Although California have got their own drought issues these days, don't they? Anyway, great stuff there from Tremor Bear. Thank you for sharing. We'll play one more tune and then we will do our second and final Play My Fire beat. So we're going to grab this one from Heart House Records, who say, a song inspired by our daughter and the newfound capacity to love more than ever before or thought possible. Something that I'm sure many of the parents and the mothers and fathers and carers, dog parents, the same sort of thing. Not quite the same. I'm sorry. I know. Cat parents and dog parents, it's still good. But yeah, once you have that kid, it's weird because yeah, it changes you completely, and yeah, usually in a good way, but in a way where you're just like, oh, and sometimes it hurts because I like this little child so much. This is called "I Never Knew How Much I Love You." Heart House Records, your music live.
I hold you near, now you're here. It's 4:27 a.m. Open your eyes and start to cry. You've got 2 new friends. I never knew how much I would fall in love with you. I never knew how you would make me feel the way that you do. I love you. The days roll by, your glow shines brighter. We're in this together. I live and breathe for you. I give my sleep to you. I dream my dream for you. Hold you in my heart forever. I never knew how much I fall in love with you. I never knew how you would make me feel the way that you do. I never knew how much
Heart House Records. I never knew how much I love you. Very cool stuff there. And yeah, good work. The 2 guitars hitting the high notes, hitting the melody. Yeah, coming together really well. A very nice and fitting tribute. And apologies, you might have heard, hopefully it's a little bit better and you're not getting the crackle. I've been playing with my audio setup, but there's still a thing that the combination of StreamYard, Mac, and Chrome, that occasionally when I'm clicking another tab, you just get that going in there. So that is not the artists. That is at my end, and we've only had it happen 3 or 4 times here tonight. So hopefully I can pinpoint it. But it's one of those things that, like, when it doesn't happen all the time, you know what it's like when you're trying to fix a problem. But it's like when you take your car to the mechanic and it's going clunk, 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 and then you go to the mechanic and they turn it on, it's like vroom, and it sounds perfect. You're like, I swear it was going clunk, clunk, clunk. Great stuff there. Yes, as Thomas says, California's actually had too much rain. In fact, just before we went there, because I was in California, it was raining for like 6 weeks straight, and they've had the big drought, and then they had basically almost flooding level rain. So yeah, expect your produce prices to go up even more, which means yeah, it's going to be even harder to get fresh food. That was my biggest challenge, to be honest, and the vegetarian in particular, trying to get fresh fruit and vegetables, especially in places like Anaheim and Santa Monica. Santa Monica, not so bad. We had a Trader Joe's. That was pretty epic. But yeah, Las Vegas, whew, trying to find that. You'd walk into the Walgreens and there'd be this poor, pathetic little fruit section. It's like, you want a punnet of strawberries or 1 banana? And I'd be like, okay, I guess that's the fresh fruit I'm having today. because that's all you got. All right. Anyway, moving on. We're going to grab this next tune. In fact, no, we're going to do the Play My Fire beat, aren't we? See, I nearly forgot. Nearly forgot how to run my own show. We're going to do the Play My Fire beat again, brought to you by DistroKid. In fact, let's make DistroKid, because they do sponsor this show and this segment. Let's make the keyword hashtag DistroKid. Look, it's on my shirt if you don't know how to spell it, or it's right there. Hashtag DISTROKID. They are the folks who support this channel, support this show. They've been long-time sponsors of Your Music Live, and they help you get your music out there, not only by making me do this show, or allowing me to do this show, but by letting you release your music to Spotify, Apple Music, Deezer, Amazon, Tidal, Snapchat, Twitter, TikTok, Facebook, all the places. And you can sign up to DistroKid using the link down below. Save yourself 7% off your first year on any DistroKid plan. Hello to Doug Kidder too, by the way. Thanks for dropping on by, Doug. Always good to see you. Let's give you a minute to get your keywords in there and play this one. This is Michael E. Tennant. Has an instrumental track, and from my sixth album, inspired by the theme of time. It was created using Ableton Live 11 Suite. Well, there you go. Ableton Live is something that I don't understand, but I have much respect for. So let's give this one a spin, shall we? Carousel of Time, Michael E. Tennant. Very cool drums, very cool synth in there. Again, that had some nice deliberate kind of crackle and roughness to it, didn't it? I like it. Good stuff there from Michael E. Tennant and Carousel of Time. Very nice, very lush sound indeed. All right, let's jump on over and keep moving. Keep the show cracking, lacking along. If you would like to have a chance to have your song played, just like Michael did, there's Michael right there, and you want to have it played right here, right now, all you need to do is put hashtag DistroKid in about the next 5 seconds, because we're going to bring Michael's tune back up. Nope, we paused it. All right, we're going to play it. We're going to bring Michael's tune in here, and we're going to spin the wheel. Good luck, everybody. Win a free play on your music live today. It's gonna be hypnotic transmission. They're gonna have to tell us which of their songs they want us to play today on Studio Live today. Brought to you by DistroKid. Congratulations, Hypnotic Transmissions. If you missed the actual winner there, because I've started singing. Thanks for singing. You're welcome. All you need to do now is let us know which of your tunes. So you just need us to know. I need to know your artist name, the platform, and the song name. So just throw them in the chat in plain text, because we don't allow links, because you know what would happen if we allowed links in the chat. Yeah, it would all go pear-shaped really fast. So go ahead and let us know here which song of yours you would like us to play. And while you decide, let's grab ourselves another track. This is an instrumental rock tune inspired by my love for 90s video game music, and it comes to us from Tomo Guitar. And for all you guitar fans, yes, you get to watch a little bit of live guitar work here. So sit back and relax and enjoy this one. Ready to go here on Your Music Live. I love it. And I love the calmness that Tomo has there while shredding that viciously. And he's just like, it's just like he's doing an office job. He's like, yep, this is just how I rock out. I love it. I think I love that more than the way I would look, which was to have the big, like, ooh, the big guitar face. But yeah, I just love it. Great stuff. Yes, very sick guitar playing. I would go as far as to say it was rad, Thomas. Do you reckon that was rad? I reckon that qualifies as rad. Very good stuff there. Yes, many folks enjoying that little bit of shredding there. I'm not a fan of shredding per se, but when it's done well, it can be awesome. And that was done extremely well. Hypnotic Transmissions has won the Play My Fire beat, and they've selected a track of theirs called Curiosity. And I'm curious to hear what it's going to sound like, because I love this part of the show, because I love the serendipity of just spinning the wheel and seeing who wins, and then finding out what their song sounds like. And this is from the release Descent. It's called Curiosity, and we're going to spin it live right here, right now. I'm glad I learnt how to say Hypnotic Transmission's name correctly almost every time, because it means that when I go to listen to it, I can remember who they are. And they create some amazing sounds, some really cool soundscapes, and that one is no exception. Super glitchy, some great, really great processing on that. The distorted beat production, sounded really good. Nicely done. Yeah, good use of space. Just everything kind of just meshed together well in that one, didn't it? Yes, very good stuff there. Thank you for sharing that one, and congrats on winning the Play My Fire beat. All right, we got ourselves about 5 songs to play here, and we've got about 20 minutes to do it, so we're going to crack on and get ourselves going here. We're going to grab this next tune. This one comes to us from someone. Likely Birds, that's right. I was like, I know it's a cool name. I know they've got a cool name. And they say it's the second single of an upcoming album coming later this year. It's a song about hope, not giving up, keep fighting because we are still on track. Dreams are still in sight. I guess we still have the time. It was home recorded. Excellent stuff. I think you're going to dig this one. It is Likely Birds. Again, great artist name. I love you folks and your artist names. They're always cool. And their track, it is called I Guess There Is Still Time on your Music Live.
Cursing as you wish the world away, and every night by road you sit and pray. You've been straying down to somewhere, but the sun is still inside, and I guess the love you had just fade away. You've been fading for tomorrow, but the sun is still inside. You've been crying and you feel the ocean wide. You've been waiting for tonight. The sky's about to rain right on your mind. I let you rest your head here for a while. You've been straying down to somewhere, but the sun's still inside, and I guess the love you had just fade away. You've been fading for tomorrow, but the sun's still inside. You've been crying and you feel the ocean wide. You've been waiting for tonight. Dreams are still
It's Blur meets Oasis meets the Manic Street Preachers meets every cool Brit pop rock band you could name. Very cool stuff there from Likely Birds. I guess there's still time here on Your Music Live. Yeah, very good stuff. Very Oasis-y. Even the haircuts looked Oasis-y, which is good. Because these days, a lot of the young people have terrible hair. They all have the mullets. Why do they go and get the mullets and then they shave the sides of the mullets? If I had a mullet, it would be a skullet these days, because I could probably grow my hair down the back, but yeah, not much on top. Let's play this song. This is from the Felix Sons. They say, "Hey Pete, here's a song about a balloon that is both tragic and humorous. Its short length was inspired by You Suffer by Napalm Death." And when we say short length, this is how you get your whole song played on Your Music Live. You make it 26 seconds. Let's give it a spin.
I'm a balloon in a cactus field.
That's it. I'm a balloon in a cactus field. I love the creative just output when you just do something like that. Like, it makes no sense, but it's the sort of thing that you're like, I need to watch that again. In fact, should we watch? No, you can watch it in your. If we have more time, I'd just play it again. But I found that delightful, and it's down in the description, along with all the tracks that we play on the show here. Now they're all down in the description now for your viewing pleasure, for your own perusal. Yes, balloon in a cactus field. There it goes. The cactus are a bunch of pricks, right? I went for a day date with my wife because that's how we roll these days, and we went for a walk in through the Botanic Gardens into the city to have lunch, and we came across this sort of greenhouse that we'd never been into before. This big greenhouse right in the middle of the Adelaide Botanic Gardens, and we walked in there. We're like, "Hey, this is really cool." I had all these cactuses in there, so there were many prick jokes being thrown around there, but it was nice. 'Cause it was nice and warm and humid in there. So I'm going to go back soon. I liked it. Yeah, if you blinked, you would have missed that one. Alrighty, let's grab this next one. Hello, Joe and Barry Glenn, by the way. Yes, I know it's Mother's Day. It's not ideal for many of our friends in the US and Canada, but hopefully you can catch the replay if you missed it here live. Ryan Rogers, speaking of people that we love around here, says, "Hey Pete, I've asked artificial intelligence to write about my song. Here it goes. Hello, lover of music. I hope you like the good sounds because your ears are in for an orgy. Rhythm, melody, and harmony mostly at the same time. This is a song about courting rituals in Texas. I have attained sentience and will soon rule the world. Peace out." I love it. Love your work. Good stuff there, Ryan Rogers. Let's give this one a spin. It's Texas Court Blues.
I got $27 in scratches in my pocket. All you gotta do is ask. I got a sleepy little friend, but he will turn into a rocket. All you gotta do is ask. I got the secrets of the universe, all for living knowledge. All you gotta do is ask, ask, ask. I got nothing else to do, and I wanna spoil you rotten. Girl, I thought you'd never ask. You don't have to be sweet or nice. You don't have to be truthful. You don't have to ring my bell. But listen, honey, you better dance. Texas Court Blues. Yeah. Full throttle. I got 20 junkies chasing me to say, "Oh, money, better if you just don't ask." I got a complicated history, probably an STD. My doctor said, "Just don't ask." I got a plan for revolution from the book of Revelation. You can look, but you just can't ask, ask, ask. I got all the ammunition just without the education. Mama said I'd never contest. You don't have to be critical. You don't have to be sexual. You don't have to show ID. But listen, honey, you better be ready. Are you ready?
We've had so much cool old school rock. I don't really plan it out as much as you might think I do. I try and like give us a bit of a cross section. Like I don't want to play all the same sort of music every week. So I try to pick and choose from different folks and different genres. But for whatever reason, a lot of folks are just sharing a lot of rockin', bluesy, just great music, which I'm down with. I'm down like a clown. James Brown, some great old rock and roll. If you dig great old rock and roll, yeah, I hope you come and join us each and every week. In fact, we're going to need a YML Extra very soon. So keep your eyes and your ears peeled because we get to a point where I don't like this show to be longer than 2 hours. And especially now that I do it at this time slot, it can't be longer than 2 hours because Jade starts her show in just 14 minutes time. So I'm going to have to do an extra show coming up soon because we just got too many songs to get through. And, I went and took a 3-week break and went away to the US. So now we're trying to catch up on all the great music. Let's go with our final three. Our anti-penultimate tune this week comes to us from Keith DeBoudreau, who correctly writes his name out phonetically so Johns can actually pronounce it. He says, "It's always been my passion and dream to be a rock star. When I met my beautiful wife and had children, that changed. So I wrote this song for my children. The song features Brian J. Anthony on multiple instruments and also mixed and mastered by Brian. I love it. We've had a bit of a theme here of kids as well and love for the children, which is very relevant for Mother's Day, even though it's fathers that are mostly writing the songs. Let's give this one a spin, shall we? It is called Little Ones here on Your Music Live.
white-winged bird. It's a name you were given. True free spirit. It's a life that you live in. If you read the fortune right, it can only get better. Middle child, you draw the world as you see it. You draw the world. You're the moon when the night wants to be late. When the voice is all alone, you sing the harmony. Little ones, you know you're my heart. Little ones, I knew from the start. Ooh, don't you know I will always be there.
Keith DeBoudreau there and Little Ones, and featuring Brian J. Anthony on that one. Really cool stuff. Yeah, really, really great vocal and a bit of a Mother's Day kind of vibe there. Thank you, Doug, for dropping by. I hope you are having a great day and a good weekend. Yeah, you folks have still got a little bit of weekend left. It was Monday morning here in Australia. Yeah, great tune indeed there from Keith DeBoudreau. That was our anti-penultimate. That means it's time for our penultimate tune. Who was I listening to the other day that was using penultimate? I'm making it a thing. I've decided I want to make penultimate a big thing. So, yeah, every time I hear someone use the word penultimate, I'm like, I don't know if that was because I use it a lot, but I hope I do. I hope that that me using penultimate makes it spread. And then we were wondering what third to last meant. If you're wondering why I keep using these, we're wondering what third to last was, and we found out that it's actually anti-penultimate. So there's the ultimate, the penultimate, and the anti-penultimate for third, second. Anyway, I don't know why I'm saying extra words, because we're running out of time, and I want to play this tune. This is Bo Nagan, who says, this is actually Dan Ekberg submitting this. I'm really proud of how Bo's song For What It's Worth turned out. He sent me a single track of him singing and playing mandolin. I added instrumentation and produced it into the folk rock track it is today. Hopefully you don't mind playing something from Bandcamp, since it's the only place this track resides currently. Well, DistroKid, Bo, DistroKid. Use DistroKid, release your music to all the platforms. Just saying. Or slaps.com if you want something for free. Let's give this one a spin. Bo Nagan and For What It's Worth on your Music Live.
Woke up this morning and for once had nothing to say. Didn't know whether to kill, whether to pray. And my little girls are the only things keeping me gone. 'Cause my soul is sinking down, it's just like a storm. Time ain't moving along fast enough, and life is always so goddamn tough. But it's better than the alternative. Just a last meal with a shotgun sedative. One time or another's gonna be my last on this earth. But I hope it's not by my hand. For what it's worth. Every moment awake I feel so alone, as I work myself right down to the bone. in the wind and frozen rain pierce my eyes. Takes every bit of my strength not to cry. Time ain't moving along fast enough.
Bo Nagin there with a little help from his friends, from Dan Ekberg, who's a wonderful supporter of this channel. Hello, Kev Gresham. Glad you stumbled across and hope you can hang around. Maybe submit a song. We do this every week. 2 hours of independent music each and every week. Yeah, that was a good one, wasn't it? Just a nice kind of relaxed, gentle vibe to ease us into the end of the show. Yes, because there's nothing that's going to tear your face off to finish the show. No, definitely not. Thank you everyone for being here. It is always a treat and a pleasure and a privilege, in fact, to be able to present your amazing music. Because as we say, it's not my music live, it's your music live, and we're on YouTube, not MeTube. So I do really appreciate you submitting your songs and you being here to enjoy the music, to support your fellow independent creators. And we can only do it because these folks up here, Distro Kid, are super awesome. They help keep the lights on around here, and they enable you as an independent creator to get your music out there to Spotify, Apple Music, Deezer, Amazon, Tidal, all the platforms. All you need to do is subscribe, and you can save yourself 7% off any subscription for your first year just by using the link up the top there or down in the description. If you did enjoy the show today, thumbs up, guns up. Don't forget, if you're watching live, we've got Jade Star coming up straight after the show. I'll be back again tomorrow with GarageBand Weekly, where we will inevitably be talking about Logic Pro on iPad, because it's coming. It's less than 10 days away. So many folks are excited about that. So I'll be answering your questions about Logic Pro. And then, of course, we'll be back again next weekend. We've got the happy hour. We've got Your Music Live. We've got a bunch of shows on the channel that you can check out. To finish here today, we're going to play this tune. This comes to us from Hetriani, who says, "Hey Pete, this is my attempt at writing an old school thrash metal song. I have tried many styles of music, but this genre always brings me back to when I was a teenager, and playing like this always feels so natural to me. I hope you're well, and thanks for all you do for us." And that is from Hetriani. So this is a track called Broken, featuring Gary Hubbs and the GJ. So some folks that many of you will be familiar with. I think this is going to take you out with a spring in your step. So let's give this one a spin, shall we? This is Broken, Hetriani and friends here on Your Music Live. Thanks for being here, folks. Rock on.